Uh-oh. Twitch got some people fired today. Today I shared with Twitch employees that we've made the difficult decision to reduce the size of our workforce, which results in us having to say goodbye to just over 400 people. Isn't this a company of like 3,000 employees or 2,000? How many do they have right now? How many Twitch employees? 1,800 employees? 1,100 employees? Holy shit. They just fired like a quarter of their employees? Our mission at Twitch is to empower our communities to create together. You rely on us to give you the tools to build your community, stream your professions safely, make money doing what you love. We take the responsibility incredibly seriously and sometimes need to make extremely hard decisions to ensure we protect our business in order for Twitch to be around for a long time. Like many companies, our business has been impacted by the current macroeconomic environment, and user and revenue growth has not kept pace with our expectations. In order to run our business sustainably, we made the difficult decision to shrink the size of our workforce. Millions of streamers choose to, like, it's so wild to me that like their moderation team is actively destroying the website. This is like, I feel like Twitch is actually hitting the SJW trope of like wokeness is ruining your business. Like unironically, like, the Adin Ross shit, the Speed shit, the Gideon shit, the Destiny shit. I'm smaller than some of these guys. But like, Jesus, how could you moderate away just on your moderation team? It's not because of site features. It's not because of products. It's not because of discoverability or user base or financials or anything like that. It was literally just moderation. Is driving away a massive fucking community of people from your site. It's actually fucking wild. How do you lose Adin Ross from your site? The guy was pulling like 50 to 100,000 viewers. I think, Dan Clancy, do you think the CEO leaves in like a year? I heard that it's a business strategy sometimes where once you're old, you get rid of your old CEO, you bring in a new one. He does a bunch of unpopular shit that everybody hates him for, and then you toss that one, and then you bring in another CEO to do it. I've heard this is a thing, like a Fall Guy CEO. I heard they did this with Ellen, whatever the fuck, that one girl for Reddit. I don't know how common this is for business strat, but. DEI surplus employees are being fired all over the industry, not just Twitch. That is true. A lot of companies are doing layoff. Hell yeah, they are. Meta, fire these fucking employees. Every time they toss another 500 employees, I get another 5% increase in my portfolio. Yes, I am all in on Meta. My portfolio allocation is 150% on Meta. That's right. I took out loans. Okay? Hell yes. Let us go. We're going to the moon. Who bought with me? And where are the doubters in chat? Okay? All the doubters in chat that said that this stock wasn't going to pay off for me when it was in the shitter. When this stock was trading for less than $100 a share, and you guys were like, oh, Destiny's a dumb fuck. Now who's laughing? Now who's laughing? 3 months, I think, and I can sell this shit. I'm going to sell it at $220 a share. It's going to happen. Fuck you guys. Are you in the green yet? I'm like fucking $20,000 in the green. I'm massive in the green, but I got to wait for my long terms, baby. Boom, bum, bum, boom. Okay, sorry. Wait, okay, what does the 911 Carrera look like now? God, they look like these little fucking tiny... Actually, you know what? Ah, no, yeah. Ugh, look at these. Do I just have bad taste? Look at these nasty fucking headlights. Is this like a real thing? Look at these big ass... Like, I feel like I'm gonna step out of my car and be like, hey, I need a pizzeria. Oh, give me a pizza. That's what it looks like to me. Oh my God, these headlights are huge. It's disgusting. Didn't you like the Miata? Yeah, but the Miata is like, it fits. The Miata is a cute car. The Miata is a cute car. It's okay, and it looks good. Actually, fuck you. I think this car looks fine, especially for what it is. It's a little roadster. It's supposed to be an itty bitty cute car. This thing is like 220 horsepower or some shit, right? This isn't supposed to be tearing down. You don't buy this car for the fucking 0 to 60 for your quarter mile time, okay? It's just fun as fuck to drive. It's a cute car. It's fine. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like, woof, who just stuck their in my tailpipe kind of headlights, but fuck, this car looks I just don't think I could drive it. I don't think I could do it. They're more like 140 horsepower. Wait, is it really that low? Bro, I don't fucking know, dude. 181 horsepower. Sorry, my bad. Whatever. I don't even know who this manufacturer is. Lotus. Like, how long have these guys even been making cars? This does look pretty cool. I'm okay with this look, actually. Okay, okay. I'm sold on the outside, sure. And it's got the nice blue. What is the inside looking like? Sure. A long time, they're huge in racing? Oh, okay. I have no idea. I've never... Are these like rich people cars? I've just never heard of these before. Lotus Miami. It's in Miami, bro. What do these things cost? Starting at $77,000? Ooh. Lotus Emira. Description. Easily the best sports car in this list. The other cars all share a bit of compromise to make them a more luxurious car, or appealing to focus groups or what have you. The Lotus is famous for their incredible suspension setups. The Emira seems to almost float over the road, even though you feel all of what the road has to offer through the car's chassis. Imagine even more driving feel than what your Focus has to offer without the suspension being so hard. The Emira is the only car on this list with a hydraulic steering rack, and as such has by far the most feel of not just any car on this list. That said, Lotus is a boutique manufacturer, which means that dealers are sparse and finding a repair shop is more difficult, which might be an issue, as these are known to not be the most reliable cars ever, although it's not that terrible. They do use a Toyota engine after all. Interior quality in the Emira is much better than Lotus cars of the past, but roughly average when compared to the competition. Everything you touch as a driver is very well thought out, though. For better or for worse, Lotus is committed to making less compromised cars in terms of driving feel than the competition. It is a more raw driving experience, so to speak. Pros, best driving dynamics by far, suspension, engine responsive, etc. Most steering feel of any new car, good engine note, very svelte appearance, unique. I like unique cars. My Focus RS is a unique car. I like that. Getting this to be a unique car, that's kind of cute. Surprisingly comfortable, even though it handles well. It's the Lotus Magic. Manual, and it's got a manual. Yes! And I do hate people. No, I'm just kidding. Manual transmission as standard. Is it a 6-speed or a 5-speed, or is it like one of those weird like fucking 8, like huge like shifting things? Wait, what was the... Oh, this must be an automatic, right? Oh, no! Wait, it's left side driving, right? They don't have it on the right side, do they? They wouldn't do that. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this yellow badge at the front. Why does it have to be yellow? Why can't it be like purple? Ugh. Fuck Tesla. I don't support Elon Musk. That's why I don't have Twitter Blue. I'll never buy a Tesla. I won't. If he unbans my 6 other accounts, Elon, I will buy a Tesla, okay? That's my promise to you.
This is the new 2023 Lotus Emira, and it's the return of Lotus. Lotus has always been sort of a fledgling...
One time I was driving with an old Mexican dude in a tunnel, and the GPS signal went out. He told me to open the window to, and I quote, let the signal in. I opened the window to prove him wrong. The GPS reconnected.
What? How does he... Wait, is this car red on the right side and blue on the left side? Oh my god. Do they sell them like that? Or maybe it changes color based on the angle you view it.
All right, I'm going to start the quirks and features of the ethos. Both spokes of the wheel improved.
Okay, show me the interior. Oh god, that interior looked fucking hideous. Oh no. Hold on.
Sports car, and you see some controls from an XC90 family crossover.
This guy's like 7 feet tall. I feel really bad for tall people in cars and in airplanes.
It's just an unusual result of globalization, I guess. But aside from a few Volvo controls in here, everything else looks very different from what you get in your XC90. Starting with the start-stop button, which appears to be behind a cage here in the...
Buckle up. It's so fucking unnecessary.
center console. What's that about? Well, you can actually lift up the cage. You lift it up, it reveals the start-stop button, and then you can press it to start the car. Or if you don't want to lift it up, you can just stick your finger through the cage, and the car is started. Now, you can also see that this Emira has the 6-speed manual transmission. Like I said, you can get this or a 6-speed automatic, but this has the manual, the driver's transmission. And check this out. Under the center console, you have exposed shift linkage. So you look down there while you're shifting, and you can see the mechanics actually doing the work, which is a pretty cool thing.
Oh, that's cute.
I wish they could expose it even more, like you get a Spyker where it's just completely open and you can see the shifting, but this is the next best thing, and it is quite cool. Now, it's also worth
damn, wait, what car is that? That looks super fucking sick.
Even more, like you get a Spyker where it's just completely open.
Holy shit! What is this interior? What are these buttons? From a Spyker C8. Wait, is that a Corvette? Wait, that looks so fucking gimmicky. I love it. Spyker C8. It just says C8 like Corvette, but I'm guessing, is this a totally different...
This
Who makes these?
is a 2006 Spyker C8, and it's absolutely amazing.
Is Spyker the name of the maker?
It's quirky,
or?
it's weird, it's fast, it's incredibly cool, it turns everyone's head. It is basically everything a supercar should be. And today, I'm going to review the Spyker C8.
Wait, how does Europe have all these like cool car manufacturers when everybody in Europe hates driving? And you guys are just on the bus all the time.
And
just show me the inside.
You don't
Oh my god, look at that. What is this interior?
handles.
It's just
But
wild.
amazingly,
It's
thinking
wild.
The English too for the tenacious and some very cool spots. Now, in on this car, and that's where they've integrated it. Some very cool part of the logo, the Spyker, the Latin, and the propeller, and you just so cool. Resurface, gorgeous.
Oh my god! What? I feel like I'm in like a '60s fucking diner or something.
And brushed aluminum on basically every surface. Gorgeous seats, gorgeous trim, gorgeous dashboard. Everything in here looks beautiful, and they didn't cheap out on anything.
Oh my
No
god!
plastic
I feel like cleaning this would be a fucking nightmare. I actually don't. It feels gaudy. I'll say. Like it's like wow, but it's also like wow. Like
something or in a spot you might not put together interior, and it really does kind of resemble vintage aircraft, which is what they were going for. Now, like I said, there are, of course, they're very cool. For one thing, aluminum, and they have these Spyker.
Okay, stop. We're getting so distracted. Okay, wait, what happened to GitHub, guys? Okay.
And you can see the shifting, but this is the next best thing, and it is quite cool.
Okay.
Now, it's also worth pointing out this car still has hydraulic steering rather than electric steer-by-wire, so it is old school manual transmission and hydraulic steering, and a gas-powered engine. No hybrid or electric yet. But anyway, moving up in the center console from the gear lever, you can see this cool drive mode switch. You move that up or down to change drive modes.
For electric steering, so like in my Focus, is the steering wheel actually connected to anything at all, or is it just all electronics? As in, like, if let's say, for instance, like the battery was dead or the electronic system was failing in the car, does my steering wheel connect at all to the drivetrain? Or is it like electronically assisted, basically? What does electronic steering mean? Yes, it is attached. Okay, okay.
I'll get into that more in a little bit. You also have your climate controls here, which are fixed buttons, and they're kind of cool. The control to direct air has a little race car helmet driver on it, which is a neat little touch. And the control to turn on recirculating
Wait,
air.
steer by wire is not? Steer by wire. What does that mean? Steer by wire, fundamentally honest driver experience. What is a game changer for...
Can you take a Vyvanse and do what you're set out to do today, please?
I am. I'm looking at cars.
You didn't take a Vyvanse.
Okay,
take
no,
a Vyvanse
I don't
and
have
do
any
your fucking
medication.
job.
I'm not on that life. I got a Red Bull, baby.
Rather than a generic bowling car.
You need to.
Let me finish this. You don't want to watch me fucking work on my fucking position
Doug,
speech, okay?
Listen, go to Brickle, find some math.
How about I just go get bricked up?
Yeah. All right, bye.
Be careful, bye. Okay.
And speaking of unusual labeling, how about the fact that the little switch on the climate vent says Emira? It's not just a generic switch, Emira, and that's on all 4 climate vents in the interior.
Wow.
So every time you adjust the airflow, direct it, you're touching Emira.
Wow.
Anyway, the next important thing to discuss here is, of course, the center touchscreen. You got a 10.2-inch center touchscreen in the Emira, a touchscreen in a Lotus. I guess the Evora had it too, but it seems crazy when you think about Lotus's ethos of simplifying, making cars lighter. It was hard to get power windows in one of these 10 years ago, and now you've got a touchscreen, and it's a pretty good one. The home screen is great. You have 2 separate areas where you can cycle through 2 separate displays.
Okay, I will say, I will say that Volvo has the best touchscreens of any car I've ever been in my entire life. I only know this because I've rented them in Sweden before, because I guess Sweden makes Volvos. Volvos have hands down When you touch the screen, it is instantaneously responsive. They have the best and most responsive touchscreens I've ever touched before. Maybe Teslas are better. I don't know if I've interacted with one before, but oh my God, those Volvo touchscreens are hella responsive. I do not like my Focus ones or any Mustang. The Ford touchscreens are not responsive. You gotta fucking sit there and pound the buttons and shit, and it's fucking annoying.
Button on the steering wheel activates it, and you have a nice digital gauge cluster behind the steering wheel, which gives you surprisingly good information. You can scroll through all...
I hate that we just have to accept these now. We just have to accept digital fucking nasty ass fucking... How often in a car are you ever pushing buttons to see the different things on your dashboard? How often do you actually scroll through those menus? I think on my Focus, I think I've done it like once in my life to try to find out how to turn the interior lights up or something. Like, do people really do it?
Sorts of stuff and part of your digital gauge cluster display, including your navigation screen, where you're headed, your music, your media. Stuff that I complain about not being able to see in Toyota models is here in a Lotus.
I don't like redundancy in cars.
Nice.
Why do I need my media on my dashboard when I've got my media on my fucking phone and I've got my media on my fucking touchscreen? I don't need 50 million different redundant ways to see the same fucking options. Fuck you.
What is your thought on nurse practitioners having independent practice rights in over 27 states where they can practice medicine? The national requirement for clinical hours to become an NP is a minimum of 500 clinical hours.
Wow. Nice.
This gauge cluster screen has another trick up its sleeve. It changes as you change drive modes. Okay, so there are 3 drive modes. The regular mode is called Tour, and the gauge screen looks like this. You flip the drive mode switch to go into the next one, which is Sport, and you can see the screen gets a little more focused. It turns red, a couple of displays show individual tick marks instead of sort of a general overview, but it's not that different. However, you flip the switch again, and you go into race mode, and you can see the gauge cluster is now totally reorganized. It's prioritizing the gear you're in the middle instead of the speed you're in, since that doesn't really matter on the racetrack, and it's also showing you your tachometer, your engine speed, in a more focused way as well. That's your race mode gauge cluster display. Also worth pointing out, you go into race mode, and it turns off traction control and stability control, so only go into that mode if you know what you're doing.
Remember, if you're racing on the street, and you don't know fuck all about handling a car, and you don't know anything about your tires or the road conditions, always go into track mode. Track mode is baller mode, okay? You're not gonna drift. ESP, steering control, that shit is for pussies, okay? And all it does is it slows you down. Track mode and race mode and whatever, anything past sport mode is always gonna be better for your street racing performance. Never forget it, guys, okay?
In the center between the seats, you have cup holders, which is a new thing for a Lotus, and you also have a little storage compartment in here where you can stick stuff or plug in a phone to charge it. Now, as for interior room, Lotus told me that the goal was that someone who's 6'3", 6'4" like me should be able to sit in this car with a helmet on and still be comfortable. And so that's why the roof has kind of this bump out.
People wear helmets in these cars?
Directly over the seats in order to accommodate a taller driver.
Is it a buyer's market for cars now? It's probably actually a pretty shitty market for buying cars. Actually, no, it probably is a better market for buying cars now, right? Wasn't it like a year or two ago, it was a seller's market for cars, right? I feel like a year or two, you could sell your car. Used car sales were insane. You could sell your car for so much money. I imagine that it's probably flipped a little bit now that interest rates have gone up, that there's not as many people out buying cars anymore. That'd be my guess, but I'm not sure right now.
Potentially wearing a helmet for racetrack use. Also on the subject of interior space, there are no more back seats, as you can see. The Evora did offer rear seats, but that's gone from the...
You can still sell most used cars for more than you bought it for. Is that true? Oh, I know that like a year or two ago, the selling cars was fucking insane.
Emira. Instead, you have cargo storage back here, which is actually relatively useful. It's a decent sized space, just not sized quite large enough for seats. But anyway, since I'm talking about the engine, let's...
People wear helmets because only fucking retards would buy this shit. Thanks, dude.
It comes from a fairly traditional mid-size sedan. It also sounds...
Last year, I had an accident in my 2016 Golf GTI, and I got $5,000 more than I bought it for in insurance. I think I traded in... I think I traded in my like 2008 GTI 5 years ago. I traded in it for like $5,000. I don't know if they didn't check or if they didn't care, but I'm 99% sure that my camshaft was like fucking busted on that car. That thing was making like 20% power. Like when I put it in gear, you would almost have to floor it to like get it to like start to move, and you'd like barely catch the I think it had like one of those, is it a dual cam? I don't know what it was, but I'm pretty sure the camshaft was fucked on it because I took it to a mechanic to see.
94 Civic hatch.
And the that car was totaled. I can't believe they gave me $5,000 for it. But I don't think they actually checked it. They sit in the parking lot, they turned it on, and as long as it starts, they're like, oh, okay. It did have a 6 stereo system in it, though. They will buy literal dog shit? Oh, well, whatever. They bought mine. Or traded in, I guess. But
surprisingly good. Take a listen to the Camry.
That's why it was only $5,000. I mean, it was like a 10-year-old car, I think, when I traded it in.
V6
I must have had over 100,000 miles on it, I think.
In the Emira. Now, also worth pointing out in this engine bay, you do have the cargo compartment back here, which is pretty decent sized.
Supercars hold their value like spaghetti strainers. I don't know what that means. Does that mean they hold value really well or really poorly? Like a spaghetti strainer will hold spaghetti really well, or is the value the water and it comes leaking out? Poorly, the value is the water. Okay, I don't know. Okay.
Surprisingly sizable cargo area where you can stick bags for a nice weekend, overnight, or even longer trip if you want to. And that's especially good when you consider it supplements the cargo area in the car behind the seats, so you have some pretty decent cargo space in the Europe. Now, as for closing this cargo engine compartment lid, one drawback is you don't have a little handhold area on the inside, so to close it, you have to go on the outside and put your fingerprints on the paint, which will annoy some people. Every time they close it, they'll have to wipe it off, but that's just how they designed it, unfortunately.
Fuck. Should I be looking at the... What is he comparing it to? Not a Camaro. Wait, what the fuck was the... What was the other car that he was comparing this to? Wait, hold on. Okay, let's finish reading this. Okay, hold on. I'm getting sold on the Emira. I'm gonna be honest. Okay? Oh, the Cayman. Hold on. I'm trusting the emailer. Emailer guy emailed me a lot of stuff, okay? Seems like he knows what he's talking about. Cons, dealer and repair shop availability. Miami's fine for this, but something to keep in mind if road tripping. Parts can be expensive, unproven reliability, although probably not terrible. Toyota engine should be fine, rest of the car is unclear. Unique car, attracts attention, can be hard. Is that a con? Maybe I want attention. Can be hard to get, must order from Lotus, and there's a 1-year backlog. Potential for large markups if you want to buy from a dealer. Let's see, the Lexus LC500. Summary, the LC500 is a truly unique car. There is nothing really like the Lexus coupes, although that can be good and bad, a good and bad thing. The LC500 is softly sprung, has no steering feel, and isn't really all that fast.
Will you really look at Super Chat recommendations? In that case, Jaguar F-Type, my dude. 575 HP, 0-60 in 4 seconds.
No, I was joking about that. Fuck you too, or fuck you. Okay, wait. LC500 is a unique car. There's nothing really like the Lexus coupes. LC500 has no steering feel and isn't really that fast. However, the good sides are that it is one of the best interiors in terms of quality in any car for any price, even including crazy expensive cars. It's incredibly comfortable, well-built, reliable, and does its job of comfortably and quickly getting you anywhere very well. This is the concept of the Grand Touring or GT car. It's a different kind of experience than the other three on this list, but one that can be nice. It's still a nice car to drive around quickly, but it definitely embraces the comfort end of the spectrum more than the other three here. It's also one of the last non-American cars you can buy with a naturally aspirated, high-revving V8 engine. There is a V8 version and a hybrid version. Get the V8, it's cheaper too. Pro is very unique design, best build quality in the business, exceedingly reliable, good engine note, nicest interior, most comfortable at any speed, lots of features. Lexus is a very robust dealer and maintenance network. They are Toyota after all. Surprisingly engaging despite the comfort orientation, about as much as a Corvette I'd say. Cons, slow compared to the competition, not a sports car, no manual option, in-car screen, infotainment has been reported to be difficult to use, very unique design. 4,300 pounds. Damn, that's a heavy boy. Is this must be a 4-seater car, right? Is it? Is the LC500 4 seats or 2? Oh, it's 2. Oh, this is the one that looked like it was alien glasses. You get 2 right in a row? Why are you leaving me this shit? Can you guess the rank?
Destiny, thank you for your take on self-diagnosis. I represent people who are trying to get Social Security. Self-diagnosis is destroying clients' credibility. It really discredits those who have legit disabilities. Thanks, man. Love you.
What does it in Social Security?